minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Закрой глаза скорее. Кто-то ходит за окном и стучится в двери. Тили-тили-бом, кричит ночная птица. Он уже пробрался в дом, к тем, кому не спится.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Wednesday night at Heroes and Hooligans, where we continue the saga of Once Upon a Key in our Definitely Not Disney campaign block. Last week, we left our party members with quite a bit of information that they are, I am assuming, happy to know, given as things in the 100 Acre Wood hadn't quite been the way they had expected it. They are missing a team member. They are not quite sure where their friend has gotten off to or anything of the sort. Given that, I'm going to bring them in one at a time. I want to talk to each one of these players individually as they're sitting at their campsite outside of Owls and see how they're each feeling about the information they have learned in the 100 Acre Wood and what their personal plan of action is before their group plan of action. So I'm going to start with Merrick. Merrick, I want to hear from you. Give me a little bit about how you're feeling about 100 Acre Wood and the information you have learned.
Well, we've learned a few things. I think we should try and cure the addiction and go visit Al, get some crystals so we can do so.
All right, so you are interested in finding the crystals. Fantastic. Philly, how about you? How are you feeling about little inner city Rue and the addiction and curing the things? How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling like, empathetic in a way, because I definitely have my own sort of addiction issues and, mommy issues and such. So I definitely agree with Merrick and would like to try and help out this town and try and kind of get it back to its old glory in a way and fix people because they have a cure, and I feel like there probably isn't one for me. So
feeling like there's not one for you it's kind of a bit of a hopeless feeling, isn't it? Like knowing that you could maybe fix somebody else's addiction issues, but yours are going to continue to linger.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't really think that there's like a potion or something that I can do just to make all my problems disappear. But it's good that they seem to have an option.
And it's good that you're in a mindset that you're willing and wanting to help. So we appreciate that in the 100 Acre Wood. Ollie, how about you? How are you feeling about the cure that you have discovered and the situation in the 100 Acre Wood?
Well, I mean, I really am happy to see that Rue is a case of hopefulness, you know, and I think that Christopher Robin is to blame for all of this business here. And when I complete writing my book, I believe that many addicted people and creatures and half creature, half people will read that book and learn about some things that we have yet to discover.
I think writing a book about your adventure is it's a great way to detail it and maybe prevent other places from falling into such disarray. Don't you think, Ollie?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Temper, dear heart, how
Hello.
are you processing these sort of fundamental differences in 100 Acre Wood and what you are used to?
Well, that is a good question. For me, temper, I am happy that my friends are safe and Rue is better.
You know what? Having the reassurance of safety of your friends and Rue being better is just enough to make you feel a little better at night. And I'm happy that you get to sleep with that temper. Bob, our dear friend Bob, how are you feeling today, Bob?
I feel nothing.
You feel nothing. Well, Bob, you being as seasoned as you are and as well traveled as you've been in your days before opening the vortex, how are you feeling about adventuring overall?
It's overrated. I I miss my hotel.
Well, overrated or not, you've experienced an influx of tasty emotions in the 100 Acre Wood. How do you feel about your friends and companions wanting to kind of change the emotional flavor of the place?
Variety is good. I will always help my friends and not eat them, maybe.
Not eating them might be difficult. That being said, you're all at your campsite outside of Owls where you were able to sort of take a good night's sleep and get a good rest after navigating the complexity of Christopher Robin's sort of trap network that you found underneath his house. You have a book that you have found that is written in a language that none of you that were conscious for last week were able to read, but you did get some things translated by Rue, and he did tell you of a stash of the crystals you were looking for. That being said, I'm going to turn it over to you folks. Take it away.
Did we want to go back inside and open the desk?
Yes, I think we should. What was that combination again?
Something three something on the left, 2 on the right, and something about a light. Three hits on the left, 2 taps on the right. Anyone remember?
I remember something, but so much has passed since then.
3 strokes to the left, 2 to the right. The drawer will open at first light.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right, let's open that desk real quick, and then we can go see Owl.
First light, does that mean sunrise?
Oh, that would make sense. We could wait for sunrise, and then walk over there, rifle through his desk, and see if we can find some more papers.
I'm just concerned that Sierra will be back any second.
I kind of want him to come back.
I don't want him to come back until we've cured the town.
We're going to cure him, too. If we don't cure him, you know what we got to do.
Yeah.
Eat him?
You know. We need to interview him, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. For your book, right, Ollie?
Of course. Of course. Maybe this will be my life's mission, is to catalog the life and times of Christopher Robin.
Oh, I see many more important things ahead for you, Ollie.
Oh, I hope not. It would be very relaxing to just write a book for quite a while.
All right, well, then, should we wait and not open the desk until morning and just go see Owl? What do you guys think?
Well, we could go ahead and do the desk, and it'll unlock itself at first light either way.
That's a good point, yeah. That's good. Let's just open it real quick, and then that'll be open next time we're at the house.
Maybe
All right,
I could cast a light cantrip on it.
Yeah, maybe you could definitely try that for sure. So let's like run in there and give the desk some knocks.
Let me pack up camp. I still got the key in my pocket.
Nice.
That saves so much work, breaking down the camp, man.
Yeah, but I'm just afraid to leave it. You know, those rats didn't look too friendly.
No, I mean the old way. It takes so long to set up a tent, then you have to all like take it, put it away, and roll it up and everything. So much work. Let me sit down for a sec. I'm just. All right.
All right, what do you think? What do you think, guys? We ready to head back over there? Should only take a second.
Should we be stealthy?
Yeah.
You know, I think Temper, I love you. I think maybe you should keep watch.
Am I stealthing now?
Yep, you can stealth about 30 feet away from the house.
Hello.
Yeah, just
I'll
Hello.
be here.
yeah. Stay. Why don't you stay
Am I
here?
stealthing?
And we'll send a couple of quiet, stealthy people to go unlock the desk. Merrick, you're pretty light-footed if you want to go unlock it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where did Rue go?
I think Rue went to go have some reflection time and process the influx of emotions that they're experiencing as a child who is coming off of addiction. So heading to Christopher Robin's, it's still empty once you get there. Everything seems to be the way you had left it. You go in, Merrick. Are you going in by yourself, or are you taking somebody with you?
Does anybody want to come with me?
I'm hesitant to like split up massively. I definitely want to stay within earshot at least. If the house is still empty, we can all go in. So what do you think, Merrick?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea because, something might go wrong.
Yeah, I think if the house still looks empty, we should just all go in.
Yeah. I mean, I can guard the living room if you
Sure.
want.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go upstairs with you, Merrick.
All right. So you go in. Merrick and Philly have said they're going upstairs. So you go up the stairs, past the gargoyles. They don't squeal at you or any of their sort of shenanigans. And you get up there and you head towards the library where you had found the desks. And you go in, and what do you do when you go in?
Which desk was it, Merrick?
It was the gold one, right?
Yeah, the one with the note on the bottom. So it's 3 strokes left, 2 strokes right, and then I guess it'll just open.
All right, you want to try it? Here
Yeah.
we go. All right.
Are you certain it says strokes?
No, I vaguely remember it being something about knocks. Like 3 knocks on one side, and then anyone else remember? There's knocks, and the translation wasn't exactly strokes. I think it was like knocks, but there are 2 different things.
It's 3 knocks, 2 taps.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it was. 3 knocks left, 2 taps right. Door will open at first light.
All right. Here's the key. Let's try it.
Okay.
So you put the key in and you knock 3 times on the left side. You tap 2 times on the right and you try to turn the key. And it feels like, Merrick, with your experience in picking locks, that you got through the first 2 sets of tumblers, but something is keeping you from getting into the third. Like you're missing a piece of something to the key there.
Yeah, definitely missing something.
It
Something.
seems illogical that this could only be opened once a day at the crack of dawn.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Is there like a candle anywhere or like something that we'd have to physically light? Cigarette? I don't know.
There are candles in several of the rooms.
We could light a candle on it. This isn't my forte.
I'd like to look around the room and see if there is any candles, especially ones that look special. Please.
You don't find any candles in the library that look particularly special, no. But you are also in a 3-story mansion that has a basement space as well. So maybe what you're looking for isn't quite in the library, but your natural insightfulness, Bob, tells you you're on the right track.
What other rooms are on this floor?
On this floor, you're on the second floor. You have the library living room, the tea room up there, which is also connected to the library. They're like private personal space areas, something you wouldn't necessarily entertain in. You have Christopher Robin's bedroom, which is the blue carpeted room, Christopher Robin's mother's room, several guest rooms and things of the sort scattered about, and a sunroom that faces the front of the building that has lots of windows, couches, things like that, to relax, read a book, yada yada jazz. That is the entirety of the second floor.
Whose desk do we think this is?
Yeah, I was thinking, what about CR's mom?
Yeah, maybe she has a light in there or something that we would light. Because, I mean, but there's 3 desks, right? So is this CR's mom's desk or dad's desk?
I don't know.
By process of elimination, let us quickly search the bedrooms.
Yeah. I'll go check mom's bedroom, see if there's anything to light in there.
I'll wait outside in the stink-free zone.
I will check Christopher Robin's room.
I'm going to call down to Temper and Ollie. We're looking for like a special candle or something to light. If you see it.
Okay,
Hello.
let me look around here.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Maybe take a gander around the first floor, see if there's anything like a cool something to light. I don't know.
I mean, I can make a light spell like nothing. Like, it's so easy to do it.
You definitely try that too.
All right, I come up there.
Yeah, try it on the desk over there.
I get up and walk up the stairs. And I cast a light cantrip on the desk.
It illuminates the desk, making the gold designs that are inlaid into the deep mahogany wood stand out very well. Everything's bright and sunshiny, but it doesn't seem to open the door by the light cantrip.
Huh.
Philly. Christopher Robin's mother's room. Are you going in?
Yeah, sure.
All right. As soon as you open the door to go in, you're met with this god-awful stench. It's much worse than you had remembered it when you and Merrick had come through. And like a swarm of flies tries to push past you to get out of the door. Roll me a Constitution save, please.
Sounds good. Oh, fuck. 8.
The stench from this room almost feels poisonous as this sort of noxious gas hangs in the air in this room as you take 3 points of acid damage.
All right. I'm going to quickly look around the room for something and run the fuck out of there. Yeah.
Investigation.
Okay. I shouldn't be doing this. Fucking. All right. 6.
You don't find anything in that room that looks interesting except for the doorway that you could get out of.
I run out of the doorway.
There. But you're in Christopher Robin's room.
At least it doesn't smell as bad here.
It does not smell bad in there at all. It actually smells sickly sweet, like that honey smell. And you get to looking around, Bob, and I see you got a 15 to try to investigate this room here. You see a desk in the corner of this room, much cleaner than the child's desk in the library. Nothing too really interesting sits on it, except for in the sort of center back of the desk against the wall sits a candelabra that is very ornate and decorated in very intricate gold filigrees and a fancy letter R inscribed in the center column of this candelabra.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up and bring it to back to the library, because as much as I feel like this is completely illogical to have a key not even in the same room, this feels right.
Illogical or not, Bob, you take this candelabra back into the library where your friends, I assume, are patiently waiting. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who is going to light the candles? There are 3 of them, left, right, center.
Should y'all light them all at the same time?
Well, the thing says 3 knocks left, 2 taps right. Maybe we should try the center one at first light.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's light the center one.
Light it up.
So you light the center candle, and when you strike your flint and steel to make the spark to light this candle, the flame bursts from the center of it, and it burns in this unnatural black color. And it immediately illuminates the other 2 candles next to it. And the light that comes from it isn't a normal candle light. As the flame is black, you can see it sort of illuminates this milky kind of translucent light that appears to cast this sort of ethereal shadow on things, making it a special kind of reading light. Maybe if you're trying to comprehend a language that you don't speak, or decode something, or look for hidden messages in other notes, things like that, it would be that sort of use. But when you light it, you hear a click in the tumbler, Merrick, and it seems like in the lock on the desk, and it seems like your key can get pushed all the way through to open the desk drawer now.
Wow, that's definitely changed. I can get the key all the way in there now.
Sick. Let's see what's inside.
Let's see if it'll open.
It does open, in fact. You hear it click, and some whirring and mechanical cog moving noises come from the desk drawer sides as if it is triggering the mechanism, and the drawer kind of pops open at you.
It's open.
Good job, guys.
Oh, it's in there.
Oh no, let's find out.
Careful.
Yeah, give me an
Hopefully more
investigation.
information. Some more info on CR.
Maybe it's like an embarrassing photo or something.
Oh,
Be good for the book.
yeah.
So,
sorry.
no, you're okay. Just by glancing in, Merrick, you see a book and a scroll and a magnifying glass.
Well, I can see a scroll, a magnifying glass, and a book, but I don't know if I want to reach in there. Anybody else want to reach in there?
Oh, I'll reach in there.
All right, reach in with my trunk.
Careful.
Nothing happens to you, Ollie. You're able to pull out the scroll and the candle, or not the candle, but the magnifying glass in the book very easily.
Okay. I hand over
the magnifying glass and the scroll, and then I start paging through the book.
By flipping through the book, you begin to recognize some of the images. One of them being a golden statue of two dogs kissing over a plate of spaghetti. Another image being that of the large Notre Dame church. One of them being a huge hotel with some vestiges on the front that you could almost clearly make out as representing the vortex. And you see an arena and a couple of other things in the book as you flip through it very quickly.
Huh.
Careful with the book, dude. I don't trust books anymore.
Right.
Yeah, be careful with that thing.
Right. This will turn the whole world illiterate
Yeah, right?
in one generation.
Dude. Wild, bro. What about that scroll, Merrick?
I don't know. Let me check it out.
You notice by the seal on the outside of the scroll, it's definitely something you recognize as being some sort of magical spell scroll. You just aren't able to figure out which one it is just by looking at it.
It's magical, but I have no idea. Anybody else want to look at it?
It's nonsense to me, dude.
Yeah, let me have a look. See.
Here you go, Ollie.
Arcana? Sure.
Sure.
16.
Now, Ollie, you're a little more well-versed in magical things than Merrick is. And you've seen scrolls like these before. And recognizing the seal on the outside of the scroll, you recognize the school of magic that it comes from, and it being a comprehend languages spell scroll.
Ooh. You hear that?
It can let you understand people talking.
Or written languages.
Oh, sick! So it could like help us read.
Right.
Sick.
Don't we have a book from Christopher Robin that we are unable to read?
Yeah, we do.
Well, that seems like the order of the day.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all handle that. I don't want to get stuck saying 2 phrases and 3 words again.
Yeah. I shouldn't be reading anything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, do we want to take the time to do this right now, or do we want to keep searching and rifling through all their possessions?
I think we found everything. I mean,
I don't
what's
know.
that magnifying glass though?
We haven't been to the 3rd floor yet.
Oh, true. We never went up there. Wow, big house.
Yeah.
Sure, let's just go up there. See if you can see anything through that magnifying glass. Maybe there's like cool stuff, bugs or something.
Yeah.
Before we leave the library, Bob is gonna shove the candelabra in his robes.
Sick. Bet. Stealing. I'll take one too.
It would look good in the hotel, and it would actually provide some light, Bob.
Sick. Yeah, these look expensive.
So there is only one fancy candelabra with those particular candles in it, Bob. And you've been around enough, burned enough candles in the hotel to realize that consistently burning these candles for a total of 8 hours would burn out their ability to be used in the manner they are intended ever again. So they have about 8 hours worth of magic in them, we'll say.
Duly noted.
And the magnifying glass. Who has the magnifying glass?
I think Merrick.
All right, Merrick, you're looking at this magnifying glass, and it looks just like a fancy regular magnifying glass. It gives you a closer look at small objects. You could substitute it for flint and steel when starting fires. You could use it to maybe give yourself advantage on abilities made to appraise or inspect a highly detailed item. Something like that.
Well, this could come in handy. I'll hold on to it if anybody needs it.
Sick bet. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah, let's go check out the third floor.
Heading up to the third floor, you very quickly realize that whenever Christopher Robin's house was in a full working order, that this place would have housed the staff. So you see plenty of staff quarters, restrooms, storage spaces, uniform closet, things like that, head keeper's room, head butler's room, head housekeeper's room, head butler's room, things of the sort. But it looks like it's old staff quarters. Everything is fairly dusty. It doesn't look like anybody's used this area or been here in a very long time.
This place is making me miss our house.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
And the weird little elves.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too. I make good drinks. Should we go see Owl? You think we got everything here?
Is there any like foot lockers or anything?
In the room where the servants are supposed to be,
Yeah.
like in that floor, there are, but they're in each of the rooms and they're all empty.
All right.
If you had spent some time, Ollie, looking for other things of interest to try to figure out other things about Christopher Robin and whatnot, you would find in the ballroom above the fireplace hangs an old family portrait. Looks like it was painted when Christopher Robin was very young. You see a young boy, sandy blonde hair, blue eyes painted in it, some little shorts, and a dress coat that matches. You see a woman sitting in a chair next to him. He looks very much like her. She's very beautiful, elegantly dressed in a nice royal blue sort of gown. And then you see a man standing behind them, but the face of the man appears to be burned off. So not visible. You can't tell what it used to look like.
Ooh.
And you find above the piano like some songs and things, classic Mozart, things of the sort like that.
Classy.
Yeah. Indicating that maybe Christopher Robin was very well educated. They came from an affluent family,
Yeah.
but clearly some marital issues or something, as no father figure is visibly available in any of the places.
I think
That's really...
I'd like to pull down this painting and roll it up like a tarp
Okay.
and take it with me for posterity.
Okay. So, let's say dexterity to be able to cut it out without ripping it.
Okay. Could somebody else do this for me? Somebody more dexterous? I mean, we're saving this work of art.
You just want this picture rolled up?
Yeah, we're just going to cut it away from the frame. You know, I'm not trying to break anything. I'm not trying to bust the place up or anything, but...
Oh yeah, sure, bet. I'll roll it up for you.
All right, you got a dex check for it then.
Quick prayer. 9.
Final answer, or do you want Merrick's number?
I think you should have Merrick do it. My fingers feel a little cold.
I'll do my best, Dolly.
You see Philly's fingers shaking a little bit as she thinks that she's going to cut this picture away from the canvas and away from the frame. And then she quickly realizes that she hasn't drank enough today, and she's probably not the most steady of hands. So Merrick, being a little more nimble and dexterous, his fingers are attuned to such delicacies and is able to make quick work of cutting this portrait out of its frame and like wooden canvas box and roll it up to give it to you, Ollie.
Oh, thank you. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop obsessing with Christopher Robin for a little bit, okay? I'm sorry to drag you into my obsession with this villainous.
It's all good. You need some help rolling it up?
Yeah, sure.
And I put it into my filthy backpack.
So I guess to Owls.
Yeah, let's go.
So do we have to, like, give Al the potion of, like, the crystal potion and stuff?
Yeah, probably. I feel like everyone is not the best. But he's hoarding all the crystals, so, I mean, we could just trade him something for a crystal. Right?
What about CR? How would we give it to him? He's not exactly our best friend here.
I wonder if he'll notice the painting is missing.
I mean, we have two options, right? We could trick people into taking it, or we could force them to take it.
Those are two.
That's it, right?
Those are both options. Yes.
You trick them, make them.
Sorry.
What's so funny, Ollie? Do you think of another option?
Well,
Maybe,
couldn't you simply just ask them to take it?
Mm.
And then they could either will it. So there is a third option, you know.
A well-placed slingshot from a distance.
Yeah, see? Merrick gets it.
That's a mixture of your first two options. It's a trick and an attack.
I do believe Christopher was fond of tea.
Yeah.
Good point.
We
Yeah,
have a tea party. Invite the town.
that's how the classy people
You know?
do it.
Like the Kool-Aid.
They sit there and have tea.
One problem, though.
What's up?
Where is Christopher Robin?
Huh. You know what I think? I think he's going and gathering up a big army of Eeyore type creatures
Or heffalumps.
and heffalumps and woozles, and they're coming back for us. Strong.
Hmm.
Well, let's get the antidote first, then we can concern ourselves with how to make people drink it, or, you know, ask them to drink it or trick them to drink it after.
Fair point.
You got to drink it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's go get those crystals, boys.
All right. So you gather your items of interest from Christopher Robin's house, pack them into your respective packs or cloaks or whatever it is that you store your belongings in, and you leave. You head towards Owls. And just as you kind of look back over your shoulder towards Christopher Robin's house, you have this sort of like overwhelming sense of sadness fill you for just a brief moment as you recall a lot of the things that you've learned in this place over the last day or so, and how things really just went sideways really, really fast. And so you head towards Owl's house from Christopher Robin's. But coming from the northern direction, you hear a lot louder buzzing than usual as you sort of head towards owls.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Should we sneak around the corner and investigate just in case?
Is that bees I hear?
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe it's the queen bitch, the queen bee.
Oh, you don't know her like that?
Queen bee herself. Maybe that's why it's louder.
Yeah, they don't really bother me because my thick hide.
I do not enjoy bees.
I don't we need don't we need them? Don't we need the honey? Isn't that like
Well,
50% of the?
well, if you remember, well, Pooh Bear, if this is the same honey that Pooh Bear is getting, I think we should take a dip.
I agree.
Plus, it might hold some clue, and maybe we can talk to the queen bee and see if she knows where Christopher Robin went.
I'm in. I'm always in. I'm in for the honey. Down for the honey.
You guys think it's a good idea?
We could definitely try it.
If I get stung, I will be displeased.
There, Bob.
Well,
I'll keep you, okay?
I heard if you put mud all over your body, you'll be okay. Like we could put mud on you at the creek.
Yeah, Bob's gonna look at you like that is the most ridiculous thing he's ever heard.
It's almost like having a thick hide because you have mud on you.
Sick bet. Let's go.
All right, let's
Get
go.
my hands on some of that honey.
Mhm. Let's go.
So you're aborting the mission to owls and heading towards the buzzing sound. Yes?
I don't like the way you phrase that.
Yeah, sounds that way.
So yes, Philly, or no, Philly?
We thought the buzzing
This is
was at Owl's house.
This is a group
No.
decision. This is a group
Whose
decision.
house?
Let's do it. We're committed.
Owl's house. All right, guys.
Whose house?
I'm pretty scared now. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Could use like a cigarette or a drink. Any of y'all got a cigarette?
Nope. Somebody had them though. I think Pooh Bear has cigs.
All right, let's. We should probably be. All right, we got to think this through. All right, these can be hostile.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should be quiet at least.
Maybe Owl has insight on the buzzing.
All right, yeah. I'm so distracted by the possibility of honey. Y'all have to direct me.
Plus, right now, wouldn't the crystals be more of a priority?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But we should go there before we leave.
Yeah, we definitely have to get honey at
I
some
mean-
point. As long as we all agree that we will get honey.
Mm-hmm. And
I
we
can-
should, we should also, even if we have to make suits, like those beekeeper suits, like we could fashion them out of like reeds and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going out owls. It sounds like what a good idea. I trust you guys.
So you're heading to Owl's house. Final answer? Yeah? Okay,
Yes,
good.
yes.
That's great. It's great. It's fantastic. I love this answer. I love it. We're doing it. We're doing a thing. And the thing is, we're going to Owl's. So you head towards Owl's and you see the rope ladder that leads up to Owl's treehouse. And who's climbing first?
Hello. Owl? Hello.
Temper, you've spoken with Owl quite a bit. You seem to get along with them really well, and usually they respond to you fairly quickly. But this time, you don't get any response.
Hello.
Overgrown chicken. We require your presence.
You hear a sort of creaking noise as the wind blows. And as the wind blows, it's like a sound of a creaking door. And Ollie, you pick up that smell that comes from inside Owl's house, very strong as it carries across the wind, as if the door is blowing in the wind.
Hmm. I'm smelling owl.
Maybe Owl's not here. We could just like take the crystals.
And then when Al confronts us about taking the crystals, we can make Al take the potion.
Yeah. Yeah. But like you smell Owl, like you smell like the remnants like they were here, or like you smell like their body themselves.
I think
Like-
the body of themselves.
Can you like smell if they're alive or
All right. Perception. Disadvantage. 16.
You don't smell like it's Owl's dead corpse or anything that you're smelling. You're just getting a stronger smell of their house than usual. Does that make sense?
Because my senses are like a cheetah.
Or because the door's open to keep it from blocking the smell?
well,
Doesn't Al usually come down when we call?
yeah. But they're not answering for whatever reason. Either things have gone bad or they're not here. You know, either way.
Either way, we got to find out.
Gotta go in, right?
Of course. Oh, yeah.
Temper, you guys have a good relationship. Maybe you should just, poke your head in the door. And, maybe they didn't hear you.
Say hello.
I would be happy to. Yes, I will climb up there. Sure. Why not?
I'll fall behind you.
20.
Yeah, it's not
Hello.
hard for you to do, Temper. They're the entrance to Owl's house, so they're a pretty sturdy set of rope stairs. They're pretty stiff, like the sides are made with some reinforced copper core, nice hemp rope, and they're very nicely put together wooden stairs built into it. So you get up it pretty easy. And you get up onto Owl's patio and you see that the door is wide open, but you don't see Owl anywhere as you gaze inside.
Hello, Al. Are you in here? If not, where are the gems? We need them. 22 to check for the gems.
And you see, like, as you step into Owl's house, that as warm and cozy and inviting as it appears to be on the outside, the inside of it is much darker. Owl's fireplace is built out of skulls. And some of the skulls look kind of familiar to you. One in the shape of a bear's head, one in the shape of a kangaroo's head, one in the shape of a rabbit's. Some very familiar shapes in the skulls there. And it's built out of skulls and bones. And decorating the top of this mantle, you see little statuettes. And these statuettes appear to be handcrafted. And they look like it's something that somebody uses as a tabletop miniature sort of item. And each one of them looks like a friend. You see Rabbit, you see Kanga, you see Pooh, you see Piglet, you know, the standard 100-acre faces. You see a busted one that what would have been Christopher Robin. You can make it out from the outfit. And then you see one for each one of you, including your friend Glitch.
Oh no.
I do not like this.
Creepy vibe. Creepy vibe for sure. A little dark for my taste.
Now you said there was how many skulls?
Several, enough to build a sort of fireplace, mantle, and hearth around where it would normally have been constructed out of stone or wood or something of the sort. You see a pot hanging in the center of the fireplace. Next to the fireplace, two bookshelves, one on each side, full of different kind of books. And you see what looks like a pedestal next to the fire where somebody would place a cookbook if that's what they were doing. There is a book sitting in the pedestal.
What's it say? Is it how to cook your friends?
Essentially, yeah,
Is it?
actually. 101 ways to eat your friends as a treat.
Oh, what a weird title.
Ollie,
Get
don't
rid of that
worry.
sold.
You're a full meal,
Wow.
not just a treat.
We don't eat
The
meat.
subtext of it saying ethical and rationalized cannibalism.
Whoa. Must get put on a list if you buy this.
What list, Philly?
I don't know, man, like a list. Sometimes people just have lists. And I feel like,
Santa's list?
yeah, but like the bad side.
The naughty list?
The naughty list, dude. Like the naughty list, but like a super particular, specific list where it's about people who bought books on cannibalism. Cannibalism.
Does Al get coal in his stocking?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And Al does not like me.
Dude, there's like miniatures of us.
What kind of position are they in? Are they positioned like in some sort of diorama with realistic but yet miniaturized terrain?
Is temper getting wide?
Phyllis is really concerned about the way her body looks as a miniature.
Philly, your hair is up in this miniature.
Yeah, but do I look like I work out?
Philly, you swing an axe a lot.
You're a powerfully built human being. A centaur, satyr,
Satyr.
satyr.
Yeah, I think. I mean, that's how I say it. So it must be right. But yeah, sick bet. I'm just gonna pick up my miniature.
Do
Does
we
it-
see gems?
Do you see gems? You might.
22.
Oh,
You see
oh.
on the bookshelf, Temper, is a sort of box made out of femur and tibia bones. And on the front of the box is like a little latch. And you can see like the faint glowing redness of the crystals coming from that box.
Diagnosis, jackpot.
Ollie, when you look at this book, did you thumb through it at all to see if there was any good recipes or anything like that in it?
I look at Phyllis real quick first, then I do it.
So you flip to a page just randomly and it pops open.
Oh,
And the recipe is titled, if you let me think of the word that I'm trying to say, gnome tacos. And it calls for 1 pound of lean gnome meat, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, half teaspoon garlic powder, half teaspoon chili powder, half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon freshly cracked pepper. There's a pico recipe there, cherry tomatoes, onions, cilantro, lime juice, pinch of salt and pepper. Best serving suggestions also offered: corn or flour tortillas warmed up, hard shell or tortilla chips if desired, sharp white cheddar cheese freshly grated, avocado diced, fresh cilantro with a little star next to it adds extra kick, and a quick pickled onion on there as well. There is a note on the side that indicates somebody had recently been maybe wanting to use this recipe.
mm-hmm.
And it says deep gnome ? Next to gnome meat.
Oh,
It does,
Where-
and then it says white
little
or
thing.
dark meat ?
It's dark meat, I hear. I think this. I'm just going to call Al a monster at this point because it said, look at this. Look.
Is it the cilantro, Ali?
I love cilantro.
You never have a hard taco with these sort of ingredients. This Al does not know how to make a proper taco. I'm just kidding. This Al is a monster, and the owl is going to eat Glitch, and it probably has our poor little darling in its horrible, wicked talons
Oh shit!
as we speak.
Merrick kind of looks around the bones, says, well, I don't really see the bones. And then I look at the skull of the bear and say, but the smell is unbearable.
Can we tell how long the bones that make up the mantle, how long they've been there?
A long time.
Philly's gonna sit down and play with the miniatures and make them talk to each other.
Bob would like to look at the miniatures as well.
She picks up Ollie's miniature. I'm Ollie, and then lays him down for a nap.
You see on the bookshelf that there are several little buildings also built out of the same sort of materials. Bones, bits of flesh, dried into leather scraps to look like walls and things like that, stuff like that. But there are little buildings to represent. Maybe Owl had built himself some sort of play set, but he liked to keep the bone figurines of his friends in plain sight because he, wanted to be able to share a cup of tea with them. So you find like a whole playset, Philly, that you're able to put together, licensed by Hasbro, of course, that you could put on the floor and, build a little village if you wanted to. But Temper, you have a box in your hand.
Yes. I open the box.
In the box, you find the crystals from the gophers that you had brought to Owl and also some other ones. Enough to make enough antidote to fix all of the people you had met in the 100-acre wood and maybe a little extra. If you calculated the recipe correctly and, did well enough on it putting together, you'd be able to do such.
Okay, then. Let's do that. And then try to find Glitch.
What did we roll last time? I think a medicine is what you used, right? To try to make the potion.
That's right.
All right.
I'm going to guide your hands. Never mind.
You get the guidance of the nap god.
Steady hands.
23. Before
All right.
guidance. Is
So you
guidance a D4 or a D6?
D4, I believe.
26.
Okay. So you get enough for everybody that you met. You already gave one to Rue, so you don't need one for him. But you got Pooh, Piglet, Kanga, Rabbit, CR if you wanted to, and 3 extra doses.
One for the queen, if need be.
The queen?
The queen bee, yeah.
Oh.
When we get the honey.
Yeah.
Do we find Al? If we find Al, we may save Glitch.
Yeah, we may save the whole place. I mean, it'd be horrible to leave one monstrous predator here. But I guess Al's going to be a predator. I'm trying to think through all the creatures of the woods. And I mean, every one is basically a farm animal or some kind of woodland creature that is not necessarily a predator. But Al is a predator.
I was also pretty smart.
I can see at night.
He's got a little mouth. Be hard to shoot a thing in there.
Yeah.
Do they have anything they drink out of sitting around?
Yeah, or like they're gonna make pico and cilantro and stuff, right? Maybe we should just like put it in the food.
What if we made a piñata that was just like a big blood bag full of the potion and he comes flying in on it and it just bursts into his mouth? That's a trick one.
Or
But we got to save Glitch, man.
yeah, there's
Wait,
also
wait.
like the downside of if we poison Owl's food, he'll likely have to make the meal with Glitch first to eat it. So
Well, there's other meat lying around. Maybe we could just kind of marinate the meat for him a little bit.
Oh. Poison his meat with antidote.
yeah. Or like maybe like Owl likes to have like a cooking wine, like one that you drink while you cook. You put it in there too.
Perhaps we should find Owl and then
Yeah.
make this choice.
Yeah, probably. Probably for the best.
I don't know. Al's not here, and putting it on the meat he's gonna eat sounds like a good plan to me. That way, we don't have to necessarily convince him to take it.
Well, we also did said we would take care of Rue's mom, so we should probably fix Rue's mom too. Oh, it's everybody. We gotta fix everybody. We should just throw a party.
Yeah, man,
Spike
Al's
the
definitely a
punch.
little
a
more
good
quick-witted
idea.
than Rue, so I don't think he'd fall for the same trick.
Well, you just throw a party and you just put it in the punch. It's in the punch.
Genius. Philly, are you a genius?
Am I what?
A genius.
Oh. I thought you said achiness.
If you were achiness, I would help you.
How would we dose that out, though? A full punch for a full party?
That's a good question. I've never drugged anyone before, so I don't really know. Usually it's like by the glass, but I'm concerned that, they might be suspicious.
So what I'm hearing is you want to plan a party.
Look, man, I'm just always down for a party. I'm not saying it's the best idea. I'm merely stating that, you know, drugs and alcohol party, right?
It helps.
I've never been invited to a party before.
I can totes my goats throw a party. But, that's a whole thing. Gotta get invite cards and
Well, we have to reserve a hall.
Yeah. get a venue.
We can use Christopher Robin's house.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true. I'm
yeah.
sure he wouldn't mind. He's not even home. We could just throw a big party. Throw a rager. Have Rue invite everyone. We'll invite everyone.
We'll call it a free estate sale too.
Okay, you could just, have a what's the party for though? What's the theme?
Uh, games.
Everybody in the woods hates me.
Christopher Robin's return.
Yeah, but they don't all like Christopher Robin. Like we need something that they'll all come to. The only person that actually liked Christopher Robin was Rue, and Rue's fixed.
Maybe Christopher Robin being gone.
A
Yeah,
bon voyage party.
yeah, he's already gone.
Oh.
Fiesta.
Couldn't we have? Well, yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
couldn't we just have like a bonfire or something?
Ooh, yeah, I love a fire.
Because like they're really creeped out by Christopher Robin.
Yeah, yeah, we could have a bonfire.
What if we spiked some honey and distributed it to everyone?
Yeah. Well, we got plenty of doses. We could spike a couple of things
We
because you
could
got
hand
3
out
extra
glasses
doses.
and do a
Spike
toast.
the glasses. Yeah, do a toast.
We can
With the
have
toast.
fish flavored fireball.
Yeah. Sure.
That's right. It has fish component to it, doesn't it?
I just, whatever you guys think. I'm just gonna throw ideas out. Feel free to turn me down.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's probably not a bad idea.
It's
I
a
mean,
little crazy.
well,
We got to think of the cons too.
well, the way I look at it, we're either going to bring them all to us, or we're going to go to them.
Yeah, we could bring them all to us and we could cure them all at once. But also, we could end up having to fight them all at once.
Right. That's the
There's
down.
who knows? I know.
Otherwise, we could pick them off one at a time, or we could get them all at once. Yeah.
Worst case, we burn the whole place down with them
Yeah, we
inside.
got. Wow, it's dark as hell,
Whoa.
dude. We'll put
Yeah.
them in the bonfire, bro, and we get out of there real quick. How do we get out of here?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
We still don't know how to leave this 100-acre wood. I go back to my mama.
Alright, so here's the thing. If we throw a party, we gotta have an exit plan in case things go bad.
I got an idea.
What's up?
We have the book we can't read and the languages spell. What if the book contains how we get out of here?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
We were going to do that, and then we started doing some other stuff.
Yeah, we never did do that.
Well, this seems like as good a time as any.
That'd be a good exit plan too. If things go bad, or we're not even in this book no more. We're back home.
All right, Mrs. World, this here tome I have, I can't read it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take the comprehend languages scroll out and read the comprehend languages spell scroll.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start reading the book.
All right. So you flip open the book. There's two of them. Which one are you opening? The one that came out of the big desk or the middle desk?
The big desk.
Okay. So the one that came out of the big desk is the one that had the pictures of familiar places that you all should have recognized since you've been to each and every single one of them. And as you start to read the words, you recognize this language as a bizzle that you don't speak. And it is the story of Traverse Town and essentially serves as your gateway home.
Oh. So this book itself?
Arrive by book, exit by book.
Yeah. So, I just picked it up and read it. Is that how you guys got here too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we stay close together, if things go sour, we could just read the book and get the fuck out.
Agreed.
Let's just throw a party, bro.
If we can cure this place and leave it in a better place when we leave, I would be happy with that.
Yeah, and then we can, take our time leaving.
It'll be a taco party.
It's a going away party either way, man.
Well, what about Glitch, though?
Oh.
We'll promise tacos.
That monster's going to eat Glitch if we don't do something about it.
Where is Glitch? Yeah, we should definitely find Glitch first.
I mean, it's talking about is Glitch dark meat or light meat with cilantro.
Well, where's Glitch? Where was Glitch on the table? Like, where was her miniature? Just chilling?
It was up there with the rest of yours, yes. No place different or particular. They were just all kind of lined up there on the fireplace. The last place that any of you saw Glitch was when they were going outside of Pooh Bear's house to relieve themselves. One of the boys going to take a piss in the woods after drinking too many beers for the night sort of situation. So Pooh Bear's vicinity is the last place that you remember ever seeing Glitch. Somebody do an insight check about that night.
For someone who did not eat the honey, I remember surprisingly little.
Yeah, go ahead. If you didn't eat the honey, take that roll at advantage. I think Bob and Temper didn't eat the honey that night. Everybody else did. You remember, Bob, that Owl was already in the house as Glitch stepped outside. They kind of opened the door to go outside, and Owl came in as they went out. So Owl was at the house when Glitch sort of disappeared.
Owl has an alibi for Glitch's disappearance.
So, Owl doesn't have Glitch?
That is still unknown.
We could go investigate Pooh, see if we can see anything.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well go to the last place that Glitch was. I definitely don't want to leave you here to, you know, get eaten.
Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe I could sniff around a little bit.
Let's go, but stick together.
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed.
All right, now I have the book, so I guess you guys are counting on me to read it in case of emergency, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
question is it, if this scroll runs out of time and the spell wears off, I don't think I'll be able to read it.
How long does the spell last?
I don't know. I don't usually have this spell.
We'll
This
say
is
8
the-
hours.
Okay, that's a good bit of time.
You still have the second book written in the same language as well.
Should probably read that too.
Okay, well, let's check this out. All right. Okay. What do we have here, Mrs. World?
So you open this second book, and instead of the gold details on the outside, it's silver. The handwriting inside, elegant, well educated in their writing, much more feminine in handwriting than the other books. Clearly putting together your deductive reasoning skills, it belongs to Christopher Robin's mother, which I believe you had said that previously. This it's like a journal written in a story sense, where she, in the beginning, is detailing Christopher Robin being sort of troubled and having imaginary friends, so they thought, and how he was sent off on a vacation. When he returned from vacation, father had gone. There's not much other than that, than the father had gone. She doesn't really detail any information about him, kind of keeps him very enigmatic. As she begins to talk about Christopher Robin's return, she talks of a trip that he took through the woods, and when he got home, he was babbling of a tree, of bees, and gophers, and just some dark magical entity, and she couldn't make sense of it, and she was feeling like disappointed that his trip away didn't take care of whatever sort of things he was seeing or hearing, so she thought. As the story kind of continues on, she talks of him being delusioned and speaking of animals and creatures and things talking, stuff she really just didn't understand. And she was just feeling like her son was really out of touch with reality. And she starts talking towards the end about feeling sick, feeling ill all the time. The only thing that made her feel any better was, tea with honey, how Christopher had brought in this delicious honey. She had never tasted it before. She was glad he had found it. It was the only thing that was able to make her feel better. And then the story kind of stops towards the end, and it just kind of goes into statements of, I need my tea with honey. I'm very ill. Nothing is okay. Everything doesn't make sense. The whole world is in disarray. These animals and creatures actually do talk. He wasn't crazy this whole time. And then it just kind of isn't anymore.
Whoa. What can you say? The lady liked her honey.
So she was eating the honey too.
Yeah, she was in her tea. It seems like it started off slowly, but then she just was always wanting that honey.
Maybe she died because of it.
Well, it looks like CR went to on some kind of woods trip and some kind of thing with the bees and the gophers and darkness involved.
Maybe the key is with the bees.
Yeah. Maybe glitches with the bees too.
So check my poos, check bees, figure out a way to get everybody to take the potion, beat a hasty
Yeah.
retreat.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
come back later and check on everybody.
Yep.
That sounds like a great plan. Let's go.
So, where you want to go first?
I guess poos.
Quick
Okay.
investigate around poos.
We're gonna go real
Okay.
fast though. We're gonna walk.
That's fine. That's fine. You're gonna walk very fast. So you leave Owl's house and you head towards Pooh's. Pooh Bear doesn't appear to be home when you get there, and his house looks the same on the inside. You've been inside before; it looks the very same. He's just not there. Surprisingly, his large self has gone somewhere else. But if you look around outside, if you go around the back of the house, you'll see a gopher hole behind the house. And sticking out of the gopher hole, you see a piece of Glitch's cape, their cloak.
All right, run over there real quick. I pick up Glitch's cloak with my trunk and I start sniffing it. And I start sniffing for the gophers who we've dealt with in the past.
Okay, give me your perception.
11?
You can smell gophers in the hole, but you don't smell any close or anything like that. You can smell Glitch and you can smell gophers in the hole.
I can smell Glitch in the hole.
You could smell the scent of Glitch at the hole, like not them personally. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like her, because I have her thing in my trunk.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You could pick up her scent if you were to track her, sort of situation.
Well, that's what I want to do.
It leads down this very intricate gopher hole. Are you going to go down it, Al?
It's huge.
It
so we're
could be
talking
made huge.
Let's get her. We got to save her. I'm going to make it huge. So huge.
Bob, Merrick, stay behind me.
Right behind you.
I start
Okay.
shoveling. I start pulling roots out of the ground with my trunk.
So you see Ollie doing more physical labor than is in his general sort of comfort zone as he picks up the scent of Glitch and a piece of her cloak in this hole. Ollie makes light work of moving the dirt and revealing a very large tunnel space that heads in several directions. There's a left branch, a right branch, a north branch, and a south branch. So north, south, east, and west, essentially. And the scent is coming from the branch that heads to the east.
She's this way.
All right, Ollie, lead the way.
All right. I'm pointing with. I have my trunk like way, 7 feet in front of me.
Do you have dark vision?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I hit the
So
light
it-
cantrip as soon as it gets too dark, though.
Fantastic. So you see Ollie light up the tip of their trunk and put it out in front of them like a torch. And you see this very well-carved tunnel that almost looks like it's bricked, but you can see that it's actually just meticulous work of carving the dirt to look that way. So it looks fancy. And it's a very long tunnel, and it appears to be a tunnel system that stretches the span of 100 Acre Wood. Given that you have a map and you know the general direction you're heading, you feel like there are gopher holes and tunnels that lead to just about every important place on the map and then some. Glitch's Scent takes the trail that leads you towards the bee tree, and it breaks off in 3 different directions once it hits this set of tunnels that's under the bee tree.
Do I still have Glitch's scent?
Yes, you can smell it from all 3 branches. So you come to a sort of end in the tunnel in the area you could associate to your map with the bee tree, and it forks in 3 directions. You can pick up Glitch's scent in all 3 of those directions.
I hope she hasn't been torn to pieces.
Why would you say that?
Well, because I can smell her in all 3 directions.
Shit.
Or maybe she's just been running around in circles down here or something. Running away from some horrible owl monster. Or gopher or badger. Large wolverine, perhaps. Let's just take the middle passage.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
So you head down this middle passage, and it leads you into this massive underground city. This massive underground city is built with a series of beeswax walls and tunnels and buildings and things of the sort. You see this huge bee city laid out before you, and these very, very large bees. But what's interesting about this city is once you get out there, Ollie, not only do you smell Glitch everywhere, but you also smell the scent of honey, but it's regular honey, not the fancy magical honey that you've been smelling before. And you can see this vast open space, and you very quickly realize why you can smell Glitch, as you see lots of little mechanical objects sort of powering what looks to be a newly constructed automated honey harvesting system. And being around your friend when you were seeing their little battlesmith companion, you quickly recognize this as the works of your friend. And you just don't see her anywhere, however. But the queen bee is down inspecting the new automated honey system. So she's very wide out in the open.
Huh.
So do you think Glitch made all this?
I mean, she was an artificer.
Yeah. You think she made it, like, because she, like, was friends with them, or, like, because, like, she was forced to?
I don't know, but I think we should be ready for anything if we're dealing with this queen bee.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Should we go talk to her, or just ask her? What do you guys think?
I mean, we maybe should check the other 2 tunnels out real quick first.
You think?
Yeah, before we commit.
Okay. All right.
All right, we go to the north tunnel.
Okay. So the first tunnel that you go into leads you into what looks like a newly constructed storage system, automated hoppers that seem to sort objects and things into different places. Some of them like pollen, some like nectar, some like beeswax, things like that. It looks like, just like I said, storage, automated storage. Newly constructed, but still just storage. Nobody inside.
All right, then we'll exhaust the last option at the southern tunnel.
The southern tunnel just leads you into, it kind of goes down and spirals down into like the main floor of the city instead of bringing you like on the upper top side.
Oh. A little sneakier, maybe?
I would say so, yes, because you're closer to everything on the ground to be able to sneak to it. It puts you within 150 feet of the queen bee instead of about 500.
Hmm. Well, that's better than if we... It sounds like in a tactical perspective, that sounds better to me.
All right. But should we talk to her, or what should we do, guys?
Yeah, I think we ought to talk to her.
I
How
feel
about
like,
like the one scenario where we set up archers at a distance, just in case something goes wrong?
yeah, I think you should stay back. Bob should stay back. Because you guys can, if necessary, hit from far away. If we get into a fight, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, let's avoid the fight, but
Let's try to avoid the fight and just
Yeah.
find out about Glitch. And maybe a little bit about CR.
we'll get some honey, too, while we're here, you know?
Get some honey? But this isn't the special honey. Now, I'm confused a little bit because is there a separate hive above ground?
Well, we found the lab. I think CR was manufacturing the special honey.
With the, with stuff that Merrick hit out of my hand.
Mercury.
Mm.
Right. The silver honey.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go talk to her. Feel out the vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Are you going stealthily or are you just blatantly walking to her?
Are we stealthing?
Let's do some stealthing again. Yeah.
You know, how do I say this, guys? We have two options here. Either Merrick leads or he's in the back. Those options are the same as if we're stealthy or if we walk up to him. There ain't no way we're being stealthy, but our three asses are walking up there. No way, dude.
Well,
Right. So you're not stealthing, is what I'm
No.
hearing.
I'm merely discussing that, you know.
You don't have the best track record collectively amongst the three of you?
We're not a super stealthy crew. Now, if we want to be stealthy, Merrick should be the stealthy one. That's all I'm saying.
I can stealth up there, but one way or another, we got to talk to her, or I can linger in the shadows.
I mean, let's think about this for a second,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if we're
That's
if
what
we-
I'm saying.
if we have to stealth up to talk to somebody, that's usually not good.
Can Bob detect anything from the queen or just like the general vibe of the hive?
Vibe check.
Yes. Flick your tentacles in an emotion sensing way, Bob, and I will tell you. Do perception with advantage.
Flick.
Yeah, perception with advantage.
Bob doesn't want to tell you what he got.
Okay.
Hello.
All right.
Hello. I am Temper. These are my friends. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
All right.
We're over here.
So, Roll. Give me a dexterity save. All of you.
Oh
friends.
no. I am
Everyone.
big, but I am not fast. 1.
All right.
No.
So if you got under an 18 dexterity save, you feel this large net sort of come over you and grab up the group of you.
Are we stealthing?
You're not. You're captured in a net and they take you to the queen.
Bob is
But when you're-
displeased.
What did
When
you
you're
succeed?
presented, if you're over an 18, then you're not captured with your friends.
All right, bye, friends.
Did everybody?
You see them taken to the queen, right? Like, and you're presented with some others in front of you as they look at you like, aha, our net didn't get you, but we'll get you. But they're not like overly hostile rather than guardy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they kind of like jab pointy spears at you and tell you to follow, like push you in the direction, follow.
Oh. Okay. All right.
All right.
Ass.
I'm moving.
So they get you up there and they let you out of the net and they stand you up in front of this queen. And she starts buzzing like she's trying to speak. And then she quickly shakes her head, remembering that you don't speak that language. And you see her take this little jar out of her satchel on her side. And in this little glass jar, you see a fish. And you see her pop the top off and pull the fish out, and she sticks this fish in her little bee ear. And when she sticks the fish in her ear, you see her smack the side of her head, shake her head a little bit, getting it in place, and then she begins to speak to you in common tongue. She pulls from also her knapsack and her little side pouch thing, we'll call it a stone. You recognize this stone. You all have one of these stones, and she hands it to you and tells you to touch it.
You touch it.
I touch it with
Touch it.
my hand.
I will touch it.
So after everybody
Does
touches
it hurt
it,
when I touch it?
it doesn't hurt when you touch it. She nods her head and puts it back in her pocket, and she says to you, I had hoped you would come. Your friend spoke highly of you and told me you would know what this meant and that it would be safe if it came back. And she does like this bee smile. And she says, I'm sure you have many questions, but your friend is safe, first of all. Glitch. Glitch is what she said you called her. But we simply call her the inventor.
So she did do this.
She helped us, yes. We were trapped in some sort of dark magic, making this terrible concoction that we were forced to make by those gophers. She snarls at gophers. But Glitch saved us.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Where is Glitch?
I believe the place is called, she pulls a note out of her pocket and it says, Deep Space. Home.
She's home. Yeah. Home. That's
I'm
cool.
gonna miss her.
Yeah. Good for her, though. You know?
Well, I guess she can just go wherever she wants.
We helped her go home. She wanted to fix things. She said they were also dark and terrible and hoped she could help them like she did us. She did say that you would need to fix the rest of the forest, but you were smart enough to figure that out.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We are not smart, but we did figure it out.
So
Speak for yourself, Temper.
what I'm thinking is we get some honey and tell everybody we have the honey, but put the cure in it.
Yeah, because the supplies run low.
but they make the honey. Let's just give it to them.
Very good. That's a good idea. I think that'll work.
So we'll put it in the honey
Yeah,
and
I thought
distribute.
about
We'll
that.
become the new drug dealers of the town. We'll take over the drug dealing situation here. Deal the drugs, but they'll be good drugs.
They're antidotes.
The
Antidote
product
drugs.
sells itself, Philly.
Absolutely. This is a great idea.
Is that your official stance, Phyllis, that you would like to run a Boston racket out of
Yeah.
the beehive?
They're
I
already
was made for
addicted.
this.
They're already addicted. Let's just add this to the recipe and
Yep.
leave.
Sick bet.
This will cure their addiction.
Yeah.
Yes?
Because they'll go for like their next hit or the next high or their next, whatever, and then they'll be cured all of a sudden, because they're just gonna assume it's like the regular honey. They'll come looking for it.
It just has a little bit of a fishy note, but it will taste the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. They don't have another option.
So we'll call this Honey 2.0.
I mean, can't we just ask the queen if we could try this?
Honey 420 for glitch.
Yeah. All I gotta do is put in those little bags, and people will eat that shit up.
So, is this your formal proposal to the queen, that you put this antidote in the honey?
If you don't mind.
Give me a persuasion check, as she's still a little worried about her honey being tampered with, given the things that had happened before.
I can use my inspiration.
Yeah, that's a good point.
15. I got the worst rolls today.
You said 18, Merrick?
I said
All right.
15. I got plus
Merrick got
5.
15.
I'm so bad.
So he's helping you out. Your friend's helping you out, Philly. You're struggling mentally today with your
So
whole
bad. I've been
addiction
drinking a
realization.
while,
Yeah, you're just having some issues. So after some talking and some convincing and some back and forth with the queen, she finally comes to the realization that your friend was helpful and that you're trying to be helpful as well, and she agrees to let you put the antidote in the honey, which also gets you out of planning a party and the ability to go home.
This is great. I'm going to miss Glitch. All right, you guys gather around. Get closer.
I reach out my hands to the next two people next to me.
All right, closer. Okay.
You're gonna read it? You reading it?
Wait. Before I read it. And I say, Your Majesty, can you tell me more about Christopher Robin?
Well, I suppose I could give you a little bit. What would you like to know?
Well, when he came here, what did he do?
Well,
Was he an enemy or a friend?
you see, those crystals, the gophers, are evil, and they manipulated the roots of our tree to grow around the crystals, which corrupted our honey. Christopher Robin was always a sweet boy, just slightly touched. He unfortunately fell victim to the same evil that we all did and just consumed too much honey. But I believe he had figured something out, as we had several altercations, you could say, where he wanted us to stop. But we couldn't. He was a good boy once.
Is he back in the forest now?
I haven't seen him.
No one knows where CR went. Oh, well, thank you, Your Majesty.
Will you make sure everyone gets some of this new special honey?
Of course, we will do our best.
All right, let's read this book and get out of here. Get in bed.
All right. So you start to read the book, Ollie, and you're all holding hands. Don't go anywhere, friendos, as we raid out into another one of our creator friends' channels momentarily, or we're not because they're not live. I lied. We're not doing that. 1 second. We'll catch you in the after show.